Get ready for a love story overload. Welcome to the Lover List, where we bring you the sassiest love, dating, and relationship tales straight from Reddit. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you dare to fall in love with our videos. My husband, 33 male, told me he's no longer attracted to me, 27 female. I'm currently pregnant with twins. I don't know what to do or if there's even anything I can do. This is basically my last resort before considering divorce. We have been together 7 years and married for 3. This is my first, very planned, very on purpose, pregnancy. I've never been with anyone besides my husband. He was my first kiss and everything else. He, on the other hand, not so much. I have a pretty high sex drive, and so does he, so going 2 to 5 times a day if we have time is pretty normal for us. After I hit around the 12-week mark of my pregnancy, he stopped initiating sex or responding to my sexual advances. It hurt, but he said he was stressed due to things at work, so I stopped making any sexual comments for a few weeks because I didn't want to add any extra pressure to his life. A few weeks passed and I mentioned that this is the longest we've ever gone without sex, just trying to see where his mind was at, and he said, "Why does it matter? Are you cheating on me?" Which took me for a loop. I don't take cheating accusations lightly and feel like if you say that, you should be ready to stand on it. It's insulting to my character, demeaning, and honestly downright disgusting. I told him those and how it made me felt, and he just got quiet. I told him I would never cheat. I'm not pathetic enough to do that. If I wasn't happy with him, I would just leave him. I have every ability to do so. He got emotional and said he was stressed out about money and some petty debts around 5K. So after we finished talking, I was thinking of a way to help him be less stressed, so I sent him 7.5K from my savings. I've been working full-time for over 10 and something years at this point and started investing a few years ago, so my savings account is comfortable. I told him I sent it to him and he asked why, and I said the debts, and he said, "What debts?" And I just stared at him like, the ones you just cried in my lap about? He says something like, "Oh yeah, sorry. I'm just so off today," and goes to sit on the couch. The whole thing felt so weird, so I went out and asked him details about the debts. After 20 minutes of back and forth, he finally admitted he isn't stressed about debt and isn't having any money problems. He just isn't attracted to me anymore. I asked him what about me has changed since the last time he was attracted to me, because I'm pretty sensitive about my body image my entire life. However, I have never shared those insecurities with anyone. Not even him. It's something I always kept to myself, but even with my current body, I honestly don't think I look that bad. So far, I've literally only gained 25 to 30 pounds, and I'm still working out and working full-time. So now I'm almost mad, because I didn't get pregnant on my own, and last time I checked I wasn't the one begging for a kid for the past 2 years. I'm giving him 2, and now he's saying I'm ugly because of my belly? Pregnancy hormones and whatnot. I started crying a little, but wiping them away as fast as I could because I was more mad than sad. He said it's not me, it's the pregnancy, and he's concerned about the long-term effects to my body after seeing videos of postpartum bodies and C-section scars. Then told me it wasn't fair that I was upset because he's having a natural male reaction and I'm manipulating his feelings. He's never said anything like this before either. I asked him to explain what a natural male reaction is, and he said what makes a guy hard and what makes a guy not hard. I asked him to go stay with a friend for a night or 2 so I can have some space, and he's staying at his sister's, who called me and asked what happened because we never really fight. I don't know what to do, really. I'm exhausted from everything already, and this on top of it is just making me feel even worse. I've been crying all day and don't have anyone to really talk to this about, so any advice would be very helpful. Thank you. Edit. He has already sent the dollar back, as it's showing pending in my account already. I have looked through his laptop that is synced with his phone, our home office, his cars. Because of how we were parked for the 3-day weekend, he had to take my 2-seater instead, and our financial statements. Unless he picked up an additional job to hide an affair, it would be hard for him to hide since his check direct deposits into my bank account and I control the household finances. I'm much better with money than he is, and both of my parents were accountants, and I distribute the money. What he gets for fun money is not enough to hide an affair IMO, but I've already went through everything. I would usually not be willing to do this, but I'm almost at my 3rd trimester and need answers now, not later. He has sent flowers and pregnancy craving foods, and notes saying that he loves me and he's sorry, but that's all they say. Not "I'm sorry for stressing you out," which inadvertently stresses out our children. Not "sorry for lying to you for weeks if not months." Just "I love you always. I'm sorry, please call me." His sister kept texting me, and then he had the nerve to ask if I cheated on him too, so I told her what happened and what he said. She told me she chewed him out and told his parents, too. His mom called this morning and said that no matter what, she and her daughter/my sister-in-law are here for me, so that helps, I guess. They know that my parents both have passed away and I'm not very close to the rest of my family. I haven't bit the bullet and told any of my friends yet, because once I tell them it becomes a little too real and too embarrassing. I can't help but feel incredibly pissed off for you. You are having his babies, and the first thing he wants to do is ask if you're cheating when he has been the one to stop everything sexual. 9 times out of 10, the only person cheating is the one to accuse. The fact that he has a really high sex drive and isn't doing anything with you, I'd be worried about that. This is not a normal guy reaction. A normal guy gets incredibly happy that his wife is having his babies. Some guys find that even more attractive. Most guys feel more in love though. I'm not sure where he gets the feeling that most feel that way. He is acting like a boy that only cares for a perfect body. And yes, boy, not man. That's how I felt. Him cheating never even crossed my mind until he accused me of that. I'm almost at my 3rd trimester and struggling to even put on and tie my shoes, and I fall asleep everywhere I go, so his thought process on that was really concerning. A little ashamed to admit, but his phone is synced to his laptop and he left it when he went to his sister's, so I went through it already. I couldn't find anything iffy besides noticing that his porn watching has decreased to almost 0 as well, but I found plenty about pregnant bodies and changes to expect. It just feels really dehumanizing to still have all of these strangers telling me I'm glowing and beautiful while pregnant, and my own husband doesn't even feel that way. I'm glad that you are independent and comfortable financially. First thing on my mind would be getting that 7.5K back in my account. He should be cherishing you for the sacrifice you're making to bring his children into the world. I'm so disheartened to read that he doesn't value your 7-year relationship beyond temporary physical attraction. Disgusting, honestly. Don't let him come crawling back once he sees you thriving on your own and your body recovering from the pregnancy. Oh, and natural male reaction, plenty of men become more attracted to their pregnant partners. I'm so confused. I know Reddit is quick to cheating, but some of it does point in that direction. But you've checked his laptop. He is hiding something from you. But what? Maybe he's shit scared of becoming a father? And OP, I know you meant well, but get that money back. You need it for you and the babies. If he really is 5K in debt, you can help him work out a repayment plan. Honestly, you got enough to deal with. You don't need a man-child on top of it. He's gonna be a father. He needs to start acting like one and putting you and the babies first. He could be cheating, or he could just be that shallow. He wanted kids for the Kodak moments but has no respect for or realistic view of what women go through to grow and birth children. When she sent him the money, I cringed. This man-child cannot be trusted. You tell to all your in-laws who asked what happened so they can tell them how much of an asshole he's being. He needs to be humiliated. He's about to have a full family with 2 kids and a whole new world and things to discover with you, and then he's upset because his is his priority? I just hope you don't feel bad or insecure about that. It's not on you. He is the problem. Majority of husbands are on board with body changes and understand that being pregnant is just a phase that you go through. A friend of mine had stretch marks in her belly after her pregnancy. Do you know what her husband said to her? He will caress them and tell her that he loved them because it was the proof that she carried the most important person in his life, their son. So it's not a male problem, it's a whiny man-child problem. There is a lot to unpack here and so many possibilities of what is going on. He's a jerk and won't be able to get over your body changes due to carrying twins. Has he ever shown this type of behavior before? Actually, is this the first time your body changes since you started dating? Has he ever expressed these types of sentiments since you have dated? Hopefully this isn't the case and he just has something else going on. He's freaking out about what's going on and he's just figured out what's coming. Has he expressed anxiety since you found out you were pregnant? Has he ever shared anything with you that might point to that? Future dads can feel on the sidelines until the baby or babies are here. It can be hard for them to imagine what you are living through, and they aren't always able to classify what is actually bothering them. It just feels overwhelming and scary. He might be lashing out due to fear, not that he should. He's trying to get out of the relationship. His comments feel very detached, but also very loaded. He accused you of cheating, and that might be cheating on you or looking for an out. It would be a cowardly out. These are a few scenarios. But what you need to do is communicate with him and figure out what's up. He needs to open up since you will, at the worst, be co-parenting. He needs to better express himself as the kids aren't going away. Also, please get that $7,500 back. The most he's ever shown before is not being a fan of a haircut and color I got, but that's it. Even then, he was still respectful about it. The conversation we had sounded more like underlying disgust and disappointment than just being worried though. I haven't had any body changes until the pregnancy since I have a very active lifestyle and my career is wellness and health focused. For this, I would say I was the most worried about pregnancy and being a mom. Right after I told him, he went out and bought books, started researching, etc. He's been to birthing classes by himself even. After I told him it was too early for us to start going to them, so he went by himself. We've had so many discussions before about wanting to make sure we prioritize the romance in our marriage, making sure neither of us feels put to the side for the kids, especially since we're having two and not one. And I can't count the amount of times over the years I've told him if he ever wanted to leave me, please just do it and don't bring a third party into our marriage. I know it sounds like a weird conversation to have, but we had it. I told him flat out, if he falls in love with someone else, just leave me. It's okay. I'll be fine and I will get over it, but don't play games with my emotions. I was born alone and will die alone, and being in life alone does not bother me, but sleeping next to someone who's lying to me every day does. He has already sent me the dollar back, or at least it's showing pending in my account. He sent flowers and my pregnancy cravings and notes too, but I'm not sure I'm ready to let him come back home yet. My thoughts aren't as organized as I feel like they need to be to deal with this. So, he is insulting you and taking $7.5K in cash from you while you are pregnant with his twins, and more concerned what your body will look like after having kids. Time for a lawyer and to look at his accounts. I believe he is projecting because he is having an affair. I had a kid already when I met my husband, then 20 years old. We've since had one together. He has never said anything like that. We did stop having sex around maybe 36 to 37 weeks cause he felt it was kinda weird, which in his defense I understand, lol. However, he always tells me how sexy I am. Your husband is not a good husband at all. Looking at his history on his laptop isn't enough. You need to see all the apps on his phone. This is a pathetic man, truly just a sad pathetic man who thinks his entire world revolves around whether or not his is hard. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Lean on your family. Please, you are already so strong, you sound so badass, the kind of take care of business lady who ain't around, quite frankly, that once you no longer have that man's pathetic voice in your ear, you're gonna be unstoppable. Also get that $7,500 back immediately. Him throwing that, what by your description very out of the blue, cheating allegation is projection. I'm suspecting he's cheating/cheated, especially with the suddenly decreased sex drive, forgetting his dead excuse, lie, and all adds up to me. Get evidence/ask him, record it, so you can use it to your favor if divorce/custody issues arise. Another episode of relationship stories that will bring a smile to your face and a tear to your eye is in the books. If these tales left you inspired, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future episodes filled with tales that'll warm your heart.